Stakeholders at a forum organized by CDD Ghana have emphasized the need for a gender equity committee to oversee the speedy implementation of the Affirmative Action Law. Convener of the Affirmative Action Law Coalition, Shilaminka Primo, noted that while the law is a step in the right direction, it is weak and requires amendment to include punishments and sanctions for non-compliance. She explained that the law applies not only to the public sector, but also to the private sector, which should have gender policies in place. She expressed hope that a legislative instrument under Act 1121 would facilitate the implementation of some aspects of the law.
So speaking from the civil society uh, perspective, I am the convener for the Affirmative Action Law Coalition. We are looking for a speedy implementation of the law. So one of the first things we realized was that a body is supposed to have been set up called the Gender Equity Committee to see to implementation. We know the ministry has been making efforts to get it done, but we think that it should be speeded up so that it's in place and they are the ones that the law says should be running and seeing to implementation for the ministry. We are also looking forward to the passage of we call it legislative instruments. There's an act of parliament, Affirmative Action Gender Equity Act of 2024, Act 1121. There's provision in it for legislative instrument which will make some parts of the law work better. That's to we are hoping that
Programs Officer at the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, Isaac Mensah, speaking on behalf of the sector minister, called on stakeholders to support the ministry efforts to promote gender equity. He emphasized the need to create a society where every individual has the opportunity to lead and thrive.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to provide a brief update on the efforts made by the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection and its partners toward the effective implementation of the Act. In accordance with the Act, the Ministry has started putting the necessary measures to constitute the Gender Equity Committee to guide and oversee the implementation of key provisions of the law. To this effect, letters were sent to the various institutions asking for their representatives. I am happy to report that the list of nominees has been compiled and forwarded to the Office of the President for review and approval. Again, a costed strategic plan for establishing the Secretariat to the committee has been submitted to the Ministry of Finance for funding.